Hi, my name is Marilaine Paulo. I'm studying international business, and today I'm going to explain you the difference between GDP and GNP. So first, let's talk about GDP, and I'm going to explain you what it is. And it's a monetary measure of the market value of all the final goods and services produced and sold, and not result in a specific period of time by the countries. GDP provides an economy snapshot of a country, used to estimate the size of an economy and its growth rate. GDP can be calculated in three ways using expenditures, production, or incomes, and it can be adjusted for inflation and population to provide deeper insights. GDP is often used as a metric for international comparisons, as well as a broad measure of economic progress. It is often considered to be the world's most powerful statistical indicator of national development and progress. However, critics of the growth imperative often argue that GDP measures were never intended to measure progress and leave out the key other externalities, such as resource extraction, environmental impact, and unpaid domestic work. So we understood the meaning of GDP. Now let's talk about GNP, that is the gross national product. And it's basically the gross domestic product, the GDP, plus the net factor income from abroad. If we have a description, GNP measures the monetary value of all the finished goods and services produced by the country's factors of production irrespective of their location. GDP and GNP are very closely related concepts, and the main differences between them come from the fact that there may be companies owned by foreign residents that produce goods in the country, and companies owned by domestic residents that produce goods for the rest of the world and revert earned income to domestic residents. Let's say an example of the car industry. Toyota decides to build a plant in the United States. If Toyota built a plant in the US and they are producing cars in the US, that will be a factor in the US GDP. However, it won't be a part of the GNP because Toyota is not an American company. Toyota's GNP will be factored in Japan because they are a Japanese company. So with this example, we can say that the gross national product accounts for its citizens' productions, both within and outside its borders. This figure then subtracts income earned by foreign residents within the country. By contrast, gross domestic product measures the production of goods and services made within a country borders by both citizens and foreign residents overall. While GDP is the most widely followed measure of a country's economic activity, GNP is still worth looking at because large differences between GNP and GDP may indicate that a country is becoming more engaged in international trade, production, or financial operations. The larger the difference between a country's GNP and GDP, the greater the degree of incomes and investment activity in that country in both transnational activities such as foreign direct investment, one way or another.